Sure, here's the full speech rewritten in English as you requested. I've been told that scores of wealthy Democratic donors are eager to find and recruit a liberal Joe Rogan, someone who can do for their party's candidates what the actual Joe Rogan apparently did for Donald Trump in the 2024 election. After giving it about 15 seconds of careful thought, and as a devout believer in forced authenticity, I'm here to say, I accept the job. I proudly take on the title of the left's Joe Rogan. Before I explain my grand plans as America's next great progressive influencer, podcaster, and talentless middle-aged white guy who somehow became popular, let me remind you how we got here. It's widely believed that a big part of Trump's success in 2024 came from the ecosystem he built on YouTube, TikTok, and podcasts. Trump won over younger male voters by appearing with bro-centric influencers like Joe Rogan and Theo Von, creating a connection that felt authentic, casual, and real. Meanwhile, Democratic strategists, who are famously bad at their jobs, have concluded the best way forward is to spend millions creating a similar left-wing influencer ecosystem. The idea is to help liberal candidates connect with desirable demographics in ways that feel authentic and organic, not like some message cooked up by Democratic strategists in a smoky back room. The New York Times reported that a Democratic donor network called American Bridge is planning to launch a company named Media, which stands for Achieve Narrative Dominance. Honestly, that sounds better than This Will End Badly Media, or TWEB Media. According to the Times, Media's business plan involves moving away from the current didactic, hall monitor style of Democratic politics that turns off younger audiences. Instead, they'll focus on directly funding influencers and co-producing their content. Because nothing says, we get the youth vote, quite like calling your current strategy, didactic, and hall monitor style. Sure, they could spend millions hosting real community town halls where candidates meet actual voters to talk face-to-face. Or blast ads everywhere exposing how unhinged and self-enriching the current administration is, pointing out how it's defying court orders while trying to slash Medicare, Medicaid, and SNAP benefits, and punishing schools that don't toe the government line. But none of that sounds cool enough for the bros, so better to pour millions into a podcast sponsored by Lib Blast, the new progressive energy drink already being chugged by liberal influencers like me. And so, here I am. I'm clearly the perfect choice to become the liberal Joe Rogan. He's 57, I'm 54, so we both have that older dad who's cool vibe that somehow works in the manosphere. He's famously liberal, well, he leans right, but I check the liberal box, so I'm ready on that front. Rogan made people eat bugs on Fear Factor. I once ate a chocolate-covered cricket, so I think that's a fair tie. And like Rogan, I have few truly redeeming qualities, so why not let me babble in front of a microphone with little concern whether I offend people or make any sense. So let's get this started. To all the insecure men born on third base who feel bitter the world hasn't walked them to home plate yet, get ready for a fresh, totally organic, and extremely rich voice that's going to make you feel seen. Because if the Democrats want a Joe Rogan, then here I am, the left's answer to Rogan, ready to talk, rant, joke, and maybe even connect. Welcome to the new era of progressive influence.